Hello, hello, it's Mimi again, and I've got another great book. Now this one is called The Hole in the Dike, retold by Norma Green, and the pictures are by one of my favorites, Carle. Look at that, this is a windmill, and these are tulips. Happens that I have some tulips. Look at, aren't they beautiful today? So let's hear the story about the hole in the dike. Great story. Look at that. See the beautiful tulips and the big windmill. So a long time ago, a boy named Peter lived in Holland. Holland is far, far away. He lived with his mother and father in a cottage next to a tulip field. Peter loved to look at the old windmill turning slowly. Mimi would love to go to Holland someday. That would be fun. I'm gonna move my tulips a little bit so you can see the pictures. He loved to look at the sea. In Holland, the land is very low and the sea is very high. The land is kept safe and dry by high strong walls called dikes. So here is the houses are down here, but way up here is where the sea is at. So this big wall called a dike keeps the water from going into that village. One day, Peter went to visit a friend who lived by the seaside. As he started for home, he saw that the sun was setting and the sky was growing dark. "I must hurry, or I shall be late for supper," said Peter. "Take the shortcut along the top of the dike," his friend said, and they waved goodbye. There he is on his bike. Peter wheeled his bike to the road to the top of the dike. It had rained for several days and the water looked higher than usual. Peter thought, "It's lucky that the dikes are high and strong. Without these dikes, the land would be flooded and everything would be washed away." Suddenly, he heard a soft gurgling noise. He saw a small stream of water trickling through the hole in the dike below. Peter got off his bike to see what was wrong. He couldn't believe his eyes. There, in the big, strong dike, was a leak. See if you can see it. Can you see it right there? There it is. There he is. Peter slid down to the bottom of the dike. He put his finger in the hole to keep the water from coming through. He looked around for help, but he could not see anyone on the road. He shouted, "Help!" Maybe someone in the nearby field would hear him, he thought. Only his echo answered. Everyone had gone home. It looks a little dark. And there he is with his finger in that hole, because there's the ocean over there. Look at him. Peter knew that if he left the water leak through the hole in the dike, the hole would get bigger and bigger. Then the sea would come gushing through. The fields and the houses and the windmills would be flooded. Peter looked around for something to plug up the leak so he could go to the village for help. He put a stone in the hole, then a stick, but the stone and the stick were washed away by the water. Uh-oh. What will he do? Peter had to stay there alone. He had to use all of his strength to keep the water out. From time to time, he called for help. "Help, help!" But no one heard him. In that picture, it looks like it's getting late because I see the moon out. All night long, Peter kept his finger in the dike. His finger grew cold and numb and he wanted to sleep, but he could not give up. He could not give up. At last, early in the morning, Peter heard a welcome sound. Someone was coming. It was the milk cart rumbling down the road. Peter shouted for help. Help, help, help! The milkman was surprised to hear someone near that road so early in the morning. He stopped and looked around. Help, shouted Peter. Here I am at the bottom of the dike. There's a leak in the dike. Help, help! See him? He's calling for help. There's the milkman. There's the milk containers. The man saw Peter and hurried down to him. Peter showed him the leak in the little stream of water coming through. Peter asked the milkman to hurry to the village. Tell the people, ask them to send some people to repair the dike right away. And the milkman went as fast as he could, and Peter had to stay with his finger in the dike. Look at all the people they came to help. At last, the people from the village came and they set to work to repair the leak. Look, they've got rocks on their wagon they're bringing down, and they're all working on that leak. All the people thanked Peter. They carried him on their shoulders, shouting, "Make way for the hero of Holland, the brave boy who saved our land." There you go. See him right there. He's up on their shoulders. See? But Peter did not think of himself as a hero. He had done what he thought was right. He was glad that he could do something for the country he loved so much. It's always to do the right thing, isn't it? Great story. And someday, maybe Mimi and maybe you could go visit Holland. Love you. Have a good day.